Hello, group. This is number two in our Culture of Care series. We are your gracious hosts, Dr. Leroy Simpson and Dr. Sandra Ribor. Man, I can actually introduce this professor for like 6 days, but I'm going to cut it down to about 1 minute. If the culture of care was human, this person would be it. She's fantastic and really exhibiting culture for care for not only students but professors, staff, pretty much anyone that's human. And I have the distinct pleasure of being a professor under her leadership. Ladies and gentlemen, I would love to introduce you to Dr. Dana Dillard with the eloquent and hopefully content driven title of Self Care in Action, a guided imagery mindfulness moment. Dr. Dillard, give us a little education.
Thank you, Dr. Simpson, for the kind introduction. Also, a big thank you to Dr. Rabier for all of your patience with me over the past week. And thank you also to all of our participants for joining me at the inaugural UAGC Culture of Care Summit. In this Creative Care Corner session, Self-Care in Action, a guided imagery mindfulness moment. As Dr. Simpson mentioned, I'm Dana Dillard. In addition to my roles at UAGC, I am also a certified holistic stress management instructor. And today I'm inviting you to explore guided imagery. The emphasis of the session is on the practice of a specific guided imagery technique. By the end of the session, I hope that you'll be able to describe what guided imagery is, identify what it can be used for and what it is not used for, and to evaluate the effects of the practice on your own well-being. In connecting to a culture of care, the goal is to empower individuals to take steps towards incorporating relaxation strategies into daily and weekly self-care practices so that we can continue to provide care for others while also providing care for ourselves. Mental imagery involves a variety of techniques that use the imagination to support a variety of goals, including promoting relaxation, changing behavior, rehearsing a skill, and promoting healing. Visualization is one type of directed mental imagery that's used for self-improvement, while guided mental imagery involves a guide who provides a series of imagination prompts in order to achieve a goal. This guided imagery session has the goal of relaxation. It is designed to bring awareness to your physical body, to promote a sense of calm to the body and mind, and to increase concentration on a specific imaginative task that incorporates multiple sensory modalities to reduce non-urgent distractions. Guided imagery, like any stress management technique, is not for everyone, and that is just fine. Although guided imagery is generally recognized as safe, it is important to note the following. Guided imagery does not replace appropriate medical treatment or diagnosis from qualified healthcare professionals, and it is contraindicated in individuals with a history of psychosis. With a general description of guided imagery as a practice of imagination to promote relaxation, I would like to share the specific guided imagery practice that was actually inspired by a bedtime routine my mother used to use with my sister and me. And I later discovered that it shared properties with guided imagery as well as progressive muscle relaxation. In this exercise, I will have you imagine a glass ball and a butterfly. You can modify the images as you need for your comfort level. And if you do not wish to engage with the exercise, I will be sharing a series of nature slides. And these will include images of water, mountains, and deserts. Again, the goal is relaxation. And if any of these ideas do not promote relaxation, then I would invite you to explore other culture of care sessions. It doesn't hurt my feelings. This is for you. The goal here is to serve your best need and empower self-care. So with that, let's go ahead and begin. I invite you to take the next few moments to clear your mind and allow your body to come back to center. The intent is to release, to detach, and to let go of the thoughts and feelings that no longer serve your highest good. As with any visualization exercise, please feel free to change, edit, or embellish the suggestions you hear to make them vivid and the most empowering for you. You will still be aware of the sounds, smells, and activities in the room around you, but you are encouraged to imagine a scene that supports bringing you to a state of relaxation. If you do not feel safe doing so, please then take this time to sit quietly and focus on your breathing. Again, with this guided imagery, there are two images, the glass ball and the butterfly. If these images do not work for you, you could use the image of a foam roller or even a truck with a plow. Again, it's whatever image works best for you. The goal of this exercise is to give your mind space to become clear of thought, to separate from any distractions that do not need your attention, and to allow your body a few moments to become completely relaxed. Once again, remember that as you follow the suggestions of the exercise, please follow a breathing cycle that is most comfortable for you, even if it varies from the pace of the exercise. And as with all exercises, take from this what you need and leave the rest. So to begin, take a moment to find a comfortable position. Remember, this is a time and place for you and for you alone. Take a moment to adjust as needed to promote your comfort level. If and when you feel safe and comfortable to do so, allow your eyes to fall closed and take a comfortable, slow, deep breath. Breathe in slowly, and as you exhale, feel a sense of calm throughout your body. At the bottom of your next breath, take a little pause and then allow your lungs to fill with air as you take another slow, deep breath in. Pause for a moment at the top and then allow the air to leave your body as you exhale fully. Continue with this pattern of slow, controlled breathing, allowing your focus to attend to your breath. We'll inhale, pause, and exhale. Pause. Inhale, pause, exhale, pause. If you feel your attention start to wander, that is just fine, but gently guide it back to the attention of your breath. After several comfortable breath cycles, when you feel ready, imagine a glass ball floating gently in front of you. It is smooth and crystal clear. If you were to hold it in your hands, it might feel cool to the touch. Imagine the glass ball floating just in front of your feet. Leaving the ball at rest in front of your foot, take a moment to focus on your body. Identify any areas where there might be pain or discomfort or unease. Make note of any areas of tension or distress. Return your attention to the glass ball. Imagine the glass ball is now resting atop one of your feet. As the cool ball makes contact with your skin, it feels as though any tension in that foot is being released into the ball. Picture the ball as it begins to roll along the top of the foot. As the ball moves, more and more tension is released and into the ball. As you look at the ball, you notice that it's less clear now. It might be beginning to look cloudy. Continue to move the ball along the foot, focusing attention on any areas where there's pain or tension. Allow the ball to travel to the other foot as well. As you continue to breathe and allow the ball to roll, you can feel the tension leaving from your foot and transferring into the glass ball. Allow the ball to begin to circle around one or both ankles. Perhaps you suffered a sprain or a break. Allow any pain, any tension to release from the ankle into the ball. Allow the ball to accept whatever negative energies you no longer need that may be holding you back. Allow the ball to now travel slowly up one leg, perhaps taking time to let it circle around the calf or add pressure to the shin. As the ball travels up the leg, allow it to take in any pain, any discomfort you may be experiencing. You may notice that the interior of the ball is becoming even cloudier, as if the negative energies, thoughts, or pains are being released into the ball itself. Allow the ball to continue traveling up the leg, perhaps focusing attention on the knee, allowing pain to transfer from the body into the little glass ball. Allow the ball to continue traveling up the thigh, drawing out any stiffness or tension that may be present. As the ball continues to draw out the negative from the body, notice that even though its interior is now murky, the ball is still cool to the touch and does not feel any heavier on the skin. Allow the ball to roll down the other leg, coming to rest at the ankle. Again, the ball will travel slowly up the body. Allow the release of tension from this ankle into the ball. Circling around the lower leg, allow the cool ball to draw out pain from the calf or from the shin. Bring focus again to the knee as the ball connects with the inside of the knee, across the kneecap to the outer knee, and circles to the top of the knee. Allow any pain or discomfort to release into the ball. The glass ball continues to travel up this leg, drawing out any distress from the thigh. The glass ball will come to rest at the top of one hip bone. Allow the ball to travel softly from the top of the hip, across the midsection, to the top of the other hip bone. Allow any distress from the groin and from the abdomen to escape into the ball. In doing so, note what is happening inside the ball. Perhaps it is becoming darker like the sky before a storm. Imagine the ball traveling across the lower back, releasing tension and pain from the spine into the glass ball. At that point where the ball connects to the spine, we'll now imagine it traveling up from the low back, right up to the mid-back, where the back makes contact with the chair. All the while releasing tension and pain and discomfort into the little glass ball. Allow the ball to roll across the body to the front of the chest. Imagine the ball rolling across the chest, removing any negative energies from the lungs, from the heart, all being released into this ball, which is growing even murkier as it accepts what you are willing to release. Notice that with your next breath in, your chest feels lighter. And as you exhale, your breath feels cleaner and clearer. With each breath out, the interior of the ball grows a little darker. Allow the ball to travel gently next to the top of the breastbone, resting where the collarbones meet the sternum. You can feel the cool touch of the ball at the base of the throat. And as you breathe in and breathe out, you can feel your anxieties draining into the ball. Your voice may feel clearer and louder. Allow the ball to roll along the collarbone out to one shoulder. Let it travel down the length of the arm, releasing tension, pain, or discomfort into the ball. Let the ball circle your wrist and come to rest in the palm of one hand, releasing tension from the hand and fingers into the little glass ball. Allow the ball to travel back up the arm, perhaps circling around any areas of discomfort, be it the wrist, the elbow, across the bicep or tricep, up to the shoulder. Allow the ball to travel across the back of the shoulder, across to the back of the neck, and down the other arm. As the ball travels down this arm, again allow the release of anything negative, anything you do not need anymore into the ball, all the while still feeling its cool, silky touch on the skin. Allow the ball to circle this wrist and come to rest again in the palm. Release into the ball any cramps or pains in the fingers. Imagine any unwanted heat from the body transferring into this little glass ball. As you're ready, allow the ball to travel back up the arm, circling around the elbow, traveling up the upper arm to the shoulder. This time, allow the little glass ball to roll again to the base of the throat. Imagine now the ball making a slow, soft circle around the face, traveling along the jawbone, to the cheek, across the eyes, to the other cheek, down to the jawbone, and back to the chin. Allow the ball to travel from the chin, over the lips, to the tip of the nose, along the nose, finally coming to rest at a spot just above the line of your eyebrows. Take a slow breath in. And as you exhale, release into the ball any remaining negative thoughts, anxieties, pressures, pains, or concerns that you may have. Take a deep breath in. This time, as you release your breath, the ball begins to float away from your body. As you look at the ball, you really notice what has happened to the interior. Where before it was crystal clear, it is now filled. Perhaps it is filled with smoke or a dark cloud, or perhaps it looks like an oil slick with many different colors swirling together. Despite the weight of what the ball is carrying, it is no heavier now, and it is still cool to the touch. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, the ball begins to drift away. On your next exhale, the ball begins to change and morph. And as you watch, the ball unfolds into a butterfly with the most exquisite, beautiful markings on its wings. As it flutters its wings and begins to flit away, you notice that you too feel lighter. You may notice that your body feels completely relaxed and your mind is wonderfully calm and clear. Now, with your next breath in, slowly bring yourself back to the awareness of the room that you are in. Become aware of the day of the week, the time of the day, and what you have planned next. When you feel ready, slowly open your eyes to a soft gaze in front of you. And if you'd like, go ahead and stretch your arms and shoulders. Notice that although you feel very relaxed, you don't feel tired or sleepy. You may feel energized and empowered, ready to accomplish whatever goals you have planned, fully realizing that now you are renewed and refreshed, and that you have taken this moment to care for yourself. This brings us to the end of our guided imagery moment. There's always that awkward moment as I bring people out of a relaxed state where I want to invite discussion. So I will click through my slides here to our resources and references if you're interested in them. As you bring yourself back to this present moment, I'm going to stop sharing my screen, and I would love to invite a dialogue. If you're comfortable doing so, I invite you to come off chat and explore your experiences or to share it in chat. I would love to hear your thoughts and experiences with the exercise.
It was amazing. Thank you so much. Do you do anything with and your opinion, please? It's I think it's called the Calm app. It's on like your phone because this is how and I'd love to use what we just did, how I go to sleep every night. And during lunch hour, sometimes I take 20 minutes and it's like a 2-hour nap. I've been doing this for several years, but I love what you did, and I truly, truly feel blessed that I can use this information to move forward, with myself and others. I want to pass this on. Do you have like a website or what do you have that I can reference?
I have nothing.
Wow.
Very honestly, this is just a practice that I developed after taking my certified holistic stress management instructor training. We were tasked with coming up with an exercise. And I had thought back to my mom. My sister happened to be at this retreat with me going through the
Mm-hmm.
certification
Right.
process. And I
Mm-hmm.
took this one. And the reason that I love this one so much is that it's easy to steal. I shouldn't say it that way, but it is. It's very easy to steal because it has you don't have to buy anything. You don't have to
Right.
invest in anything. You don't have to have the sound system. Anytime you need a you moment, you can imagine a little glass ball or a foam roller or any of those kinds of things to work through any areas that might have tension or distress. There's a
Wow.
lot of different apps available. Obviously, explore them for their reliability, their validity, their safety. Always keep your safety first and foremost whenever you're using any of these kinds of things. And I have to emphasize again, this does not replace healthcare advice. This does not replace any of those services that are provided by qualified healthcare professionals. It's just a way to bring yourself some time to care for yourself.
Well, thank you so much. I feel like I did take a 2-hour nap. Thank you.
Yay. Dr. Simpson.
Yeah, do you take health insurance?
I just offer tools and techniques to add to your stress management and relaxation toolbox. Take what you need and leave the rest.
Hey, I've never in my life felt so relaxed. Oh wow. I don't even know what to say except I would love to make this a part of UAGC. Faculty care or something. I if I had this every month, I almost would look forward to doing course revisions. That was outstanding. So I guess now you know what I need to ask for during our weekly sessions. So thank you for doing that.
This is one of my favorite things to do, so I was very blessed to have this opportunity. Yeah, Dr. Stubbs.
I have a question because I agree. I saw some of the comments. Michael Robinson mentioned your voice was so relaxing. So I wonder, is it as effective when you're just thinking it to yourself as when listening to, because this was wonderful.
It can be. It depends on what your goals are. If we think about in terms of sport and performance psychology, some of the practices that are used are visualization, and the idea behind them is to rehearse a step until you do it perfectly. And you're training your mind, you're training your muscles to act in a certain way. So you can absolutely effectively use these techniques on your own. You can add in white noise in the background if that helps. I appreciate the kind comments about my voice. I was a dispatcher for law enforcement for many, many, many years. So there is a bit of that you have to stay calm during heightened situations. And I find myself calling on that quite a bit when I do these. I think one of the funniest pieces of feedback, I do this for high school students. I teach intro to psych for our community college as dual credit. And I do this because our high school students are so stressed out. They are at a breaking point. And I walk them through this, and some of their feedback is often, I didn't hear a single thing you were saying, but your voice just lulls us into, and I'm like, that's fantastic for this exercise, but maybe not for class.
Dana, I think you have quite the fans in this room, and I'm sure they are not bound by this room at all, as we can hear in your local community as well. And this might be an opportunity for entrepreneurship of any kind. Lynn Trevisan mentioned something fabulous in the chat, and I wanted to make sure that everybody hears that. Lynn, thank you for pointing out that YouTube has a lot of great guided meditation videos as well. I have used them myself. I use them frequently, and they are all of all kinds. I have even if you have children, they have amazing guided meditation for children with train stories or flying a hot air balloon into the sky. And when my children were younger and we have traveled and they had a hard time adjusting to the time difference or to a new environment, I have put that on and they were asleep within a few minutes. I don't even think they made it to the end of the story. So, consider that. There's a lot of great free resources out there. However, I believe we all agree that if Dana would come up with a few, we would be the first subscribers. Thank you, Dana. This was awesome. I had to make sure I don't fall asleep. So
Thank you very much for your kindness. And I'm looking forward to the rest of the summit, quite frankly. I'm hoping we all feel energized to figure out how we can apply our care.
Dr. Dana, I'm going to read the chat. I hope you're prepared. From Dr. Robinson, thank you so much. Such a soothing and relaxing voice. Really? Dr. Mo, just what was needed. Thank you. Miss Kim, thank you for this. I agree, your voice is very calming and relaxing. From Miss Cassandra, this is one of the sessions I am most excited for. Love that this was an option today. Followed up by Miss File, me too. Miss Cassandra, again, I love this exercise. I had to stop and take care of my 1-year-old. It was an easy state of mind to come back to, so this was really cool. I will be carrying that with me. Thank you. Dr. Ballard, outstanding, Dana. Dr. Lynn, there are some amazing guided videos on YouTube. I did a session last year at a conference and so many options available. And Dr. Lynn again said, thank you, Dana. I needed this today. Ms. Dove says, I'm glad this was early in the summit. I'm in a better place with a lighter and more open mind now. I think I can definitely agree with that. And yeah, I mean, you got kudos is a really an understatement. And I guess I'm going to kind of be selfish and say this should have been the first session. This should have been the kickoff. This should have actually been the kickoff to the entire Culture of Care Summit. Matter of fact, I even go there to say that this should be a kickoff to every week. But I know I would. I know you wouldn't. And you know what? I think you should. This is a recording, so we should play this, edit it, and start off every every class with this exercise, I guarantee you, you would probably get droves of professors flocking to be a part of UAGC. But that is what makes UAGC great, because we get to develop and grow and expand and explore. And we're fortunate, humbled, and blessed all into one to experience this. So we just super appreciate the session. It was reinvigorating, and I'm not being biased, by the way. So I just want nobody to think that. So any questions, comments, concerns, or thoughts for Dr. Dana?
I'll say something.
Oh.
Thank you so much. I did put it in the chat. Do you think you should try to get on the schedule again for tomorrow? Because all of us in this room are going to go tell everyone what a great experience that we have. So thank you for sharing that with us today. But if you could get on the schedule for tomorrow, I'll be there.
Thank you. That was very kind.
Thank you so much. And this concludes our session. I also wanted to just quickly mention, not to forget, that culture of care starts with us. So when you take care of yourself, you can care for others. And again, a big thank you to Dr. Dana Dillard for your time and insights and for walking us through this amazing exercise. This concludes our session on self-care in action. Thank you again to all of you who have attended this session. We hope you found this inspiring and that it will make the rest of your day, week, years, whatever that is, the rest of your life. On behalf of the Department of Behavioral Sciences and UAGC, again, a big thank you. Have a great rest of your day. In just a few minutes at 10:30, we will have our Culture of Care Questions Corner coming up. I did paste the link in the chat. Please join us for that. And then after that, we will listen into our keynote. I'm already very excited. Again, thank you. Have a great rest of your day.